Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're going to stretch the neck. So if you've been playing a lot of games on your phone, or if you're working from home and you're doing a lot of this, or if you're stressed and you're holding in your neck, we're just going to work out the neck, a little bit in the upper chest, a little bit in the upper back, just kind of trying to get this all loose. So I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. Apparently my dog is going to join us. She's going to give really chill vibes or get really jealous, so we're not paying attention to her. All right, go ahead and start sitting somewhere comfortable, on the floor, on a chair, it doesn't really matter. It's just sitting someplace comfortable. If you can, put your hands on your knees. You'll need a little bit of leverage. We're going to inhale and bring the ribs forward, and exhale, round through your back. And just keep going at the same rhythm as your breath. Inhale forward, exhale back. You can pull against your knees a little bit for some leverage. We're not doing the full warm up today because we're working such a limited space in the body, but we're just going to really warm up the spine. It's really all we need today. A couple more times. Hello. Good, come back to your neutral spine. Plant your right hand to the ground. You're not helpful. Plant your right hand to the ground. Inhale your left arm up and over. Get a gentle side stretch. And back up. Plant your left hand. Inhale your right hand up. And exhale over. And up. Good. Fingers to your shoulders. Inhale to the right. And exhale through the center. Inhale to the left. And through. Choosing your own tempo. Just getting some gentle rotation in the spine. You can take your head to look over the shoulder, or you can stay looking straight forward. It's whichever is more comfortable for you. Good, and then come to the center. You will have less neck and back pain the better your posture is. Just putting that out there. Bring your elbows together and up and around. Good, we'll just get some nice gentle shoulder circles going. Good, and then take them the other way. So down and out and up. Good, go ahead and relax your hands. So pretending that you have like a marker on the tip of your nose, we're going to draw some circles to the right with your nose. These are gentler than the neck rolls that we did in the 80s. We tried so many things in the 80s that ended up being bad, like cocaine and ballistic stretching and giant neck rolls. That's okay, we learned. And then take your circles the other direction.
I feel like I'm doing this wrong.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think I'm doing this wrong. That's okay.
What were you doing?
I was doing this.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, so that's the warm up. So you're gonna interlace your fingers behind your head. gently pull your chin to your chest. Staying tall through your spine. Relaxed in your shoulders. Good job on relaxing there, Soph.
I'm just tired, really.
Take a compliment and run, dear. Nice deep breaths. When you breathe deeply, it sends the message to your body that it's safe, and so you'll relax and stretch better. And gently release. Take your right hand and place it near your left ear. It's a little too far down, so if you want to keep it more up towards the top of your ear.
Okay.
Yours is kind of far back. There you go. And then you're going to gently pull your chin, roll your head forward and a little bit to the right. So it's a variation on the stretch we just did. That left shoulder is nice and relaxed. And as always, the taller you stay through your waist, the more effective this will be because you'll be in your neutral spine. Not this one.
I'm not.
I
feel
didn't
like
say you.
I feel like
I
this is veiled.
It is not veiled, Sophie. I'm just giving tips for everyone. Your posture is lovely.
Thank you.
And release. Take your left hand over to your right ear and gently pull forward and to the left. Keeping the shoulders soft. And gently release. All right, now you're going to take your fingertips to your forehead. Shoulders stay relaxed. The tendency is to hunch them up really high here. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, gently press your forehead back.
My arm is falling asleep.
You have the weirdest circulation
I
here.
know.
And rest. Good. Okay, cool. Take your right hand. This time the elbow comes behind you and you're going to bring your right fingers towards your left eye and gently tilt back along a diagonal. So you're bringing your right ear closer to your right shoulder without gouging yourself in the eye. If you're
I
gouging,
can't tell what you're doing.
you're doing it. You're fine. Look forward, sweetie.
Like,
Whoop.
I keep falling backwards.
I think it's because you're twisting, maybe? Okay, so you're nice and firm here. You're looking forward. And you're just going to go like that. Do you feel a stretch through here?
Yes.
Okay, that's all you're doing. And release. Bring your left hand to your right eyebrow. And gently pull back on a diagonal.
Nice of you to join us again, puppy. Hi. Yeah, I was talking to you.
And come back to center. All right, you're going to interlace your fingers again. Wake up your hands, because that's important.
Yeah.
Okay, place your hands on top of your head. Shoulders down. Pull your elbows back. There you go. Always trying to keep those shoulders relaxed. Sophie, you're gonna sit on this end of your mat and face that way, and I'm gonna do the opposite. Actually, I gave you a bad instruction. You're gonna want your booty mid to third spot so that your arms can go behind you. Yeah. So you're gonna want your fingers a little bit turned out, so your fingers are towards the corners of your mat rather than straight behind you. Like that. And you might want to wiggle your hips away from your hands. It depends on your body. So from here, we're gonna rotate the crease of your elbow. You're gonna rotate in the shoulder socket so that it reaches towards your thumbs, and then we lean back. So you're getting a stretch across the front of the shoulders. Are you feeling it, Soph?
I want my fingers to go like that. I can't tell what's going on.
So that stretches the shoulders a little bit differently. I cannot do that without bending my elbows. No, hang on. So take your fingers straight behind you. And now take your right hand a little bit to the right and your left hand a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
And now instead of your elbows going behind you, think about rotating the creases to the side just like that. And then put weight in your hands and arch the top of your chest a little bit. Relax your shoulders. Do you feel it across your shoulders?
No.
Well, you might not be stiff there.
Okay.
It's nice of you to keep me company.
It's true.
And now just to mix it up, bring your right fingers towards your right hip, left fingers towards your left hip. Elbow crease is still aiming towards the thumb. I cannot keep my arms straight because it's too much of a wrist stretch, and since I want the emphasis to be in the shoulders, I'm going to bend my elbows, but still try to open up through the shoulders. Do you feel that, Soph?
Maybe on my back? But like we did a stretch before.
Where on your back?
Like right down the middle. Like with the shoulder blades that they go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And rest. Okay. Maybe I'll show you this one first and then have you do it.
Okay.
Okay. So what's going to happen is you're going to lie on your belly, arms out to the side. You're going to bring your head to the left. Bring your left arm into your armpit. Take your left knee up and over and around. It doesn't matter where this leg ends up because we're trying to get a stretch across the front of the right arm. Oh, I like this one. If you want to intensify this stretch, you bend the elbow. All right, so your turn.
My turn. Okay, so we go like this.
Yes, so hang on. It's really common to have the wrists going lower than the shoulders, so you want to make sure that the wrists are straight out from the shoulders. Yep.
Yep. Thanks.
Yeah, that's good. So now put this wrist in by your armpit. I would turn the fingers forward. Good. Now lift your left knee.
Like that.
Yeah. So we're pushing against the ground with this left arm to try to open up the front of the right shoulder.
Why?
To stretch it? Do you not feel a stretch there?
I don't get the purpose of pushing. It just grinds my shoulder into the ground.
Okay, then don't do that. It would intensify the stretch for some people. If you want to make the stretch more intense, which I think you probably should. Do you feel that more?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Congratulations, you're not very tight through your pecs.
Woo! My finger's dying.
And rest. All right, both arms out again. Turn your head to the right. Bring your right hand into your armpit. Good, lift your right knee. And I'll get out of your way.
Kick you in the face.
Yeah, that's everyone's dream, right? Everyone wants to kick me in the face. Make sure your elbow is coming straight out from your armpit.
Ow.
You're welcome.
Ow.
It's okay to
That's
have
my
one.
hip.
Well,
Hitting the ground.
your poor hip.
Yeah.
Next time we'll give you a pillow to do it on. Are you getting a stretch in the front of your left shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And rest. Okay. So, you stay facing where you are. I'm going to turn the other way. We're going to come into a tabletop shape. Good. walk your hands and your feet pretty far apart. This is one where you have to kind of experiment. Go ahead and open your knees, Sophie. Separate your knees so you're about hip width apart. There you go, good. So we're gonna keep the elbows straight, and you're gonna lift your hips as you start to rock your way back. I'm gonna wiggle my hands farther forward so that we can bring the forearms and the elbows and maybe even the forehead to the ground to rest.
I think I'm doing it.
Do you feel a stretch?
Yes.
You're in more of a full child's pose, so lift here, take your knees farther back. Give more space. There you go. Does that feel different?
Maybe.
This hurts my left shoulder so much, I want to stab something.
Well, not me.
I'm being a great model right now.
I meant, don't stab me.
I'm not gonna stab you, dear.
I know.
And release. Good. All right. Come and sit in any shape that's comfortable for you. Come sit in any shape that's comfortable with you with your best posture. That is not your best posture. There you go. All right. So you're going to give yourself a hug. Right arm on top. It doesn't really matter. You just have to pick one. Okay. We're trying to bring the shoulder or the fingers together in the back. But depending on your body size and where you're tight, you're not going to make it. I've never seen anybody reach their fingertips together.
Dang it. How close am I? I can
You're
feel
only
my
like
spine.
2.5 inches apart. That's really impressive. Okay, so I've accidentally trained my daughter to be a competitive stretcher. Whoops.
Okay, hold on.
You're not supposed to reach your fingertips together. You're, oh my goodness. We're just trying to stretch out, oh my gosh. We're just trying to stretch anything between the spine and the shoulder. Just giving yourself a nice hug. Go ahead and switch so your other arm is on top.
But you're like, I've never seen anybody do it, so now I have to do it, you know?
Okay, I meant that as I'm not entirely certain it's physically possible, and I'm pretty sure I don't want it to be, because that would be messed up. It was just an example of how sometimes we give instructions about the sensation instead of the actual end result. Oh my gosh, it's like creepy how close together your fingers are.
I don't know, I can't see it, but like, I can feel my spine.
So I've scarred my hand for life. Thank you for joining us. And release. Good. There's only one more stretch. For this one, you're gonna need a door frame. So I'm gonna have you take this edge of the door frame, and I'm gonna take this edge, okay? So you wanna stand like you're hiding. You know, like you're a 3-year-old playing peekaboo, yeah?
Like that.
Yeah, that just tells you where you are in relationship to the door. So you're gonna back up, take the arm that's closest to the door frame. So for Sophie, it's her left, for me, it's my right. Your arm is about shoulder level. You've grasped the other side of the door frame. You're gonna bend your knees and sit back, trying to keep your spine fairly neutral. Now, the arm that is not reaching anything, so your free arm, that shoulder is gonna think about coming closer to the wall so that you don't roll. Oh, wow, you've like overcorrected, good job. It's fine, move your feet this way, please.
That?
Yes, and now sit back. Do you feel it through the back of your?
Yes.
Oh, good, that's perfect. Hey, dog, I was standing there. Thank you. Good. The dog is like, what is going on? Well, it's because her leash fell down.
I get you.
And release. And now we're gonna trade sides of the door frame.
Whee!
So that you get both sides. Good. And sitting back. The tendency is to take your free arm and roll forward. Oh, that's a great stretch, but not where I'm aiming for. So take your free shoulder towards the wall.
Like that, I think.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. Try to relax the shoulders so that someone could see your neck. The goal is to have a neutral spine. I tend to round mine a little bit, which I'm sure is not awesome, but I care about the stretch in my shoulder.
Mom, you're super duper muscly. You're like a
Thank
ballerina.
you.
I don't know. It's just ballerinas are not super duper muscly. And I'm like,
And
whoa.
rest.
Yeah.
Good job. Thank you. Great. You did it. Hopefully you feel a little bit looser through your neck. Hopefully there's a little bit less tension. As always, comment below what would you like me to create stretches for? What did I do in this that didn't work for you and you'd like me to create an alternative for you? I'm really glad you're here. I can't wait to see you next time. Thanks.